Hello everyone, so we're going to show you the CPS software programming for the Baofeng DM-1702. So I'm going to show you the hidden menus and password to access the features. Okay, so let's start. So first, open the CPS program menu. So as you can see here, it's blank. And what we are going to do is just to open the file or the code plug first, because if you're going to go to the program and you can see the embedded messages test online test, it's not highlighted, or it's not in black color, so you're not going to access it. So first, open the code plug, so you can access your go plug by clicking the file button or the open folder. Okay, so just click open and then go to the folder where you did save the code plug. So for my code plug is saved under two-way radio and Baofeng. So this is my code plug. All right. So we're not going through these menus here because I'm not going to show you all the datas that I had saved in my DM-1702. So I'm just going to show you the hidden menus so that you're going to utilize whatever the features you might have and uh, utilize the performance of your DM-1702 radio. So let's do this. So click the program and click the embedded message. So the embedded message is going to ask you please input the password. So for the password for this is embedded message password is 374612. So I suggest that you need to get a paper and pencil so that you can write all this password. Okay, so just simply copy or just simply type it in your keyboard. Okay, and then paste here, click OK. So now we are here on the hidden menus or hidden features of this CPS software. So first you have here the radio information, you have the firmware, function exists, functional state, functional, and you have here embedded firmware, voice, phone, power. So basically this 1, 2, 3, 4, if you're going to check this one, okay, so if you're going to check all the buttons here, that means if you click the right button, you are going to write as embedded, you're going to write or change the firmware, you're going to write and change the voice, font, and power on pictures. So let's go first on the embedded one. Embedded, I think, in my opinion, this is the meaning of embedded. You are going to embed all these features to your DM-1702. So the next time you're going to delete or reset your radio, the feature is still there because it's already embedded. Okay, so if you are going to check the firmware, that means if you're going to write this or click the button and then write it in your DM-1702, that means whatever the changes you have made here is going to write to your DM-702. So if you're going to uncheck it, anything that you changes here, it will not going to write on your DM-1702. Okay, so let's go first here in the firmware. You have here the firmware volume knob and OLED type, and then the firmware code is blank, so just leave it in blank. Just leave it blank. So from the volume knob, I changed it to knob and linearity. I did not see any changes at all. So I'm not so sure if I'm just missing something there, but it did not change anything from my volume knob. And then here on the OLED, you have the JHD or Juliet Hotel Delta 13264. You have the Sierra Delta 1309 and Sierra Tango 7735 Sierra. So these are the types of screens or displays. If you're going to Google it, you're going to see the displays. So I changed and tried one of these and it did not change as well or I didn't see or I didn't notice anything changes from my display or the LCD. I'm not so sure about the brightness or the darkness of the screen, but I noticed that it seems that there's no changes. Okay, so from the voice, if you're going to check this one, here is functional. So you can choose one or two. So I tried this one as well, and I'm having the same voice. It's a Chinese lady voice. Okay, but we have here the language. As you can see here, the Chinese and English. If you're going to check the menu of your radio, you are going to see the Chinese and English selection. But if you want, and if you don't want to have a Chinese characters, just click English, and the menu for selection for your language is gone. Okay, so take note of that. So you have here the font and power on pictures. So whatever changes you had made here and then you did not check this button, that means if you're going to write to DM-1702, there's no changes at all. Okay, so let's go to this functional exist and functional state. So by default, these are unchecked. Okay, by default, these are unchecked. So what I did is, if this is unchecked, guys, you are not going to see this 2-tone and 5-tone here. Okay, so if it is unchecked, you're not going to see these features. But what I did is I just checked this, all the boxes, and then if you're going to write it to your DM-1702, then this feature will show. Okay, so right here we have the encrypt. I don't know what it does, but basically, in my opinion, our radio here in Asia Pacific is not encrypted. Um, Radios that are encrypted are in Euro or European country, because they have the law that uh, the radio should be encrypted. Okay, here in Asia Pacific, I don't see any law that our radio should be encrypted. So I did not check anything of this. So we have here another again, we have the vibration, phone system, Bluetooth record. So I will check this one so that it will show on my radios. Okay, so let's go to the program and test. So the program and test, so the password for uh, test is this. Okay, so just copy the password, copy, and then let's go here. Okay, so let's wait for a while. All right, so as you can see here, you can see an alien character that we cannot read or understand. But I suggest that don't do or don't change any values here if you don't know what you are doing. So you might break your DM-1702 and goodbye. But I can help you with that because I already saved this uh, by default. So anything happens with your, just comment or just message me, and then I'll going to give you the default values of this. So what I changed only here in this feature was the squelch level. So the default from some radios is 5 and some radios are 3. So what I did was I just changed the squelch level to 1 so that I can receive those weak signal on my radio. Alright, and then just click the right button. So that's it. Okay, the next one is the online test, which the password is the same with the test. Okay, so if you're going to click OK, then it will show you the test mode. So you can select the test item, whatever you want here, and then click online. I don't have I don't have the DM-1702 attached on my computer. So if I'm going to click online, message, please check all connections and communication port settings. So if I'm going to connect my DM-1702, then it will show the value here. So that is the test mode. Okay, the next one is the tool, which you don't have any password here to put. So it is simply the purpose of this tool. If you want to upgrade the firmware of your DM-1702, then just load the saved firmware and find the firmware that you have downloaded, and then once it is uploaded, then just click the upgrade button and then just let finish it. Okay guys, I hope that you learned something from the CPS. So please click the like button. Don't forget also to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. So if you have any suggestions, just please do comment below. Thank you very much.